Hi, I'm Greg Gottlieb, the Professor for Humanitarian Leadership. Why this class? I was a practitioner for 35 years with the U.S. government, the United Nations, and nonprofits. And in those 35 years, I saw many people come to positions of leadership who I felt were not adequately prepared. Either their organization didn't prepare them, or if they did have some training, they hadn't really thought through what was important to them in terms of how they wanted to lead. It's important, in my view, to develop your own sense of leadership, how you want to lead. This class will not make you a leader, but what I hope it does is give you a few tools to help you on your way as you move forward in your career. Sometimes you have to learn to work against type. One of the best managers I ever worked for was a very quiet man in his private life, but he had a very big job in his public life and he had to be a public figure. So he had to learn to develop those skills. We also have to learn to evolve as leaders. As the Dread Pirate Roberts from Princess Bride said, get used to disappointment. Why? Because in everybody's career, you're going to have successes, but you're also going to have failures. And when we talk about failures, that's why we talk about politics. Because oftentimes in politics, particularly around humanitarian assistance, there are things that go on that impact the way that you do your job, or if you can do your job, to serve those that you've come to help. And it's important to understand the forces that impact the way you do that job, the way you lead. So as I said, I was a practitioner for a long time, and you'll hear from me about my experiences. But you're also going to hear from a variety of other speakers. Let me give you an example of some of those. Ambassador Prudence Bushnell. She was U.S. Ambassador to Kenya in 1998 when the embassy was blown up by Al-Qaeda. She also worked on the Rwanda genocide. And she also was a leader for women in terms of equality within the Foreign Service. And she will speak to all those issues. Jamie McGoldrick just completed a 3-year tour as humanitarian coordinator with the UN in the West Bank, Gaza. Tatiana El-Kur, a graduate of the Friedman School of Nutrition here at Tufts, who is in Damascus working for the United Nations, and she's been working for nonprofits as well. And she'll talk about what it's like to operate in a place that complicated. And we'll have Robert Gersony come speak to us. There's a new biography coming out about Mr. Gersony next month, and Mr. Gersony will talk about many of his experiences as a really legendary humanitarian researcher. And we'll have people from other places, from the NGOs, people from Capitol Hill, and people from a variety of other walks of life to talk to us about their experiences. So what's my hope? That you'll leave with a fuller understanding of what it takes to lead. What are some key things that you want to keep in mind as you move forward in your career, right? What are the basic tools that a leader needs to be successful? And how do you deal with failure? So, I hope to see you in class.